Hey everybody, Evan here with thetwomusician.com. Today we're going to be looking at the question, what is open-handed drumming? Stay tuned. Hey everybody. I feel like the Sasquatch in Tenacious D. Hey everybody, Evan here with thetwomusician.com. First off, I want to thank you for clicking on this video. Thanks for your time and for watching this video. It's much appreciated. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that way you're notified every single time we upload a video here. Smash that like button. Share this with everyone. I would appreciate that much. Today, we're going to be discussing open-handed drumming. Now, this concept of open-handed drumming isn't really new. It's been around since the 60s and 70s. There were drummers using the technique, whether they were left-handed and it just made more sense, or they wanted more creativity in their drumming, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. So, open-handed drumming, and this isn't new. This is not a new concept. I want to preface this whole video by saying that this is not new. I am not the master at this technique. I'm always still working on this personally, but I've noticed a lot of new things in my drumming from practicing it, and I wanted to really share with you what open-handed drumming is and a few things we can do to get started with it and how it can actually help you in your drumming journey. So open-handed drumming is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. I'm right-handed, and I have my drum set here. My hi-hats are on my left-hand side, so it only makes sense for me to cross my hands to play the drums. So that I'm crossing over to play that beat because I'm right-handed. My hi-hats traditionally for all right-handed players are on the left-hand side. Open-handed drumming is just, instead of crossing your hands, you're using the non-dominant hand to carry the beat. And this can carry from the hi-hat to the crash to wherever it would make sense to where you're not crossing over. And what that does is it frees up your playing. So if we were to take a beat and just do it open-handed drumming, you can see what I'm talking about here. So it really freed up my playing. I'm not as good playing open-handed as I am with my right hand, and that's why I preface this video by saying I'm always working on that. But as you could see, I was doing the beat with my left hand, and I was actually able to do fills with my left hand and then come back in on the crash on my left hand and start the beat again, doing open-handed drumming. So if we can use that within our drumming, you'll start to notice your playing open up. You'll start to do things more creatively because you're not always coming back after that fill to crash with your dominant hand again and then cross over. You know, the only time you wouldn't cross over is like crashes over here, obviously. So there are ways that we can get better at open-handed drumming, and one of the first ways that I really recommend is just getting used to using your left hand, whether that be some quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes. And then also really getting used to using your right foot, as in the kick drum, and then your left hand. A lot of times we're so used to just doing a fill if you're right-handed, kick drum, right foot, right hand. And it's just so, we have to get away from that if we want to get better, if we want to be ambidextrous as a player. And so practicing the kick drum and then your left hand on the cymbal, and then even on the hi-hats, and then even on the crash cymbal, it's going to help you a lot. So really switching around between those subdivisions too, as well as the crash cymbals and hitting with your left hand as you're doing the kick drum, it's going to help you a lot. And then switching between those subdivisions also is going to help your creativity. So try doing some of those exercises and really spend some time there. It doesn't matter if you've got 20 minutes a day or an hour a day. Any amount of practice that you put in, you're going to see come back to you, and you're going to see those improvements within your drumming. So another thing that we can do to further explore like open-handed drumming is actually just doing fills, as I did earlier, with your weaker hand. So we're already playing that open-handed drumming. We're exploring that, and we're getting better with our weaker hand. Why not use fills? Why not do fills with our weaker hand? And it doesn't have to be a crazy fill or anything. Just getting used to even single stroke rolls, left, right, if you're normally right-handed, and then vice versa if you're left-handed and your hi-hat's over here and you're playing like this, and then this would be your open hand. So just do some fills and really get used to that feeling of leading with your non-dominant hand, because the more and more you practice that, the more you're going to equalize that weaker hand, and you're going to start seeing improvements within your drumming. So really exploring those fills, using open-handed drumming and using your weaker hand more, and really practicing that, you're going to start seeing improvements. And like I said, it doesn't matter how much time you put in, you're going to see those improvements back, regardless if you practice an hour or 20 minutes a day. But you will see more improvements, obviously, the more you practice. So with that being said, these are a few tips that you can use within your drumming to help you use open-handed drumming. Start doing beats with your weaker hand. Do that open-handed drumming. Start crashing more with your weaker hand and coming back to the weaker hand versus your dominant hand. And start doing fills too with your weaker hand. So I hope this has helped you. There's tons of drummers that use this technique. Like I said, I am not the first one to do it, and I won't be the last. And really, there's so much more to learn on the subject. There's so many great books out there and everything. So I hope that you're able to take this with you and really apply it to your drumming and see some improvements. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure, once again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, so that way you're notified every single time we upload a video here. And then share this video with your friends if you liked it, if you found it helpful, and then hit that like button as well. But I just want to thank you again for your time. Thank you so much for watching this video and for sticking with me here. But with that being said, stay tuned.